Okay. Just gonna give it a minute here, guys. You guys can hear Nate in the background here. Okay, I am gonna get off of Nate and Land Cloud Adventures now because I see some people starting to come in here. So I'm gonna get this a little bit more set up. But Linda, thank you for stopping in. Naj, thank you for stopping in. Completely winging it tonight, guys. So bear with me as I try to get this all set up here. I figured if we need an hour gap, what I'll do is Linda, Nancy, thank you for stopping in. Linda and Nancy, I know you guys were live with me the other day. I was talking about doing a walkthrough, a playthrough of Life is Strange 2 a little bit, because that's a game that really inspired me to get out on the road. So, for tonight's live stream, to kill an hour until the next person's going live, I will play an hour of the game and you guys can check it out a little bit and see if it's something you are going to want to watch again in the future. Hey, Lily, William, thank you for stopping in. Bear with me, guys. Gotta launch the game, share my screen. Was not planning a live stream tonight. We are going to do probably that one. Share screen. No, wrong thing. There's the game. And can somebody let me know if you could hear the music to the game right now? There should be music playing, but every time I use the headphones, it gets messed up here. Hey, Kyle, thank you for stopping in. Trying to see if the audio's set up correctly here. Microphone. No, I was just saying no music. See, I don't want to play this game if you guys can't hear the sound. On a good note, I only have to kill 55 more minutes. I cannot figure out this audio for the life of me. Communications, microphone. Okay, how about now? Let's go back. We're just going to start a new game. Can you guys hear anything at this point? I changed the audio, but I think there's actually subtitles that I could put on as well, but Like I said, I'm just trying to kill an hour since we have an hour gap here. Figured I would play it and give you guys a little bit of a taste of what I'm going to be streaming in the future here. Skip feature has been improved. You can now select. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I want you guys to see it all. You guys can see why this game inspired me to get on the road a little bit. Just want to make sure you guys have audio. Yes, I already know that. Okay, so new game. I will throw subtitles on. Can you guys hear anything off of the game at all? It's just a calm music playing right now. Again, a bit of a heads up. There is some sensitive topics in this game. And we're going to see one topic in particular right out the gate here. So Nancy is saying nope still. Okay. Just a second, guys. Audio. Default microphone.
Okay, can you guys hear me now at all? Just me, not the game. Hold on. There we go. Turn it up a little bit for you guys. I need to figure out this streaming software. I'm playing it through the PC now, and the audio should be coming through the camera here. Nancy says she could hear me, but you can't hear the game. Kyle's saying hear it at all. I hate that there's a mouse on the screen too that you guys are just stuck looking at. That's kind of annoying. Well, we got 50 minutes, you guys. So if you can hear it, I apologize for the mouse, but that's going to have to be, I think, a problem for a different day. Hopes that my AC shuts off. Apparently my phone is still playing Land Cloud Adventures in the background. There we go. See, that's what I want. I want the headphones on. Because it's going to pick it up a lot better than the camera's going to. try one more thing. Okay, we're just gonna scrap this tonight. I'll figure out another way to kill 50 minutes. Let's go back to this. I'll drag it back over. I'm gonna have to figure out StreamYard, because I definitely wouldn't be able to hear the game on phone speaker. Exactly. So not sure what's up with that, but we got 45 minutes to kill here. Let me see what I can talk about here. Doing a completely spontaneous live stream. I was really hoping the game was going to work. You guys get to see the behind the scenes. I never know what I'm doing. It's a miracle that I've been able to do. What day is it? July 5th. It's a miracle that I've been able to do 5 videos over the last 5 days for Project 60 over 30 here. I guess we can talk about that a little bit more here. Let me just pull up my schedule, because that's something I need to work on anyway, so you guys can kind of see behind the scenes a little more and see what I have planned, what I'm changing. So let's see, I want the live stream on the left and this on the right. I want to present my screen and show you guys window number 2. So we're going to pull back up the list here, the long form video. So as I was saying, I've done 5 videos over the last 5 days. Honestly, today's video was, in my opinion, the most boring out of what I think will be the entire stretch here, because it was me talking about my bus specifically, talking about why I picked a bus, the pros and cons to living in a bus, why am I selling the bus, stuff like that. So I did that because I wanted to give people a little bit more of an idea of what it was like to be a nomad. But at the same time, I'm also trying to sell my bus right now. I've had many people message me about it, but no one has actually followed through with it. So I'm going to be dropping the price by $1,000, hoping that someone comes along and is willing to buy it. So that video was mainly for people who are considering buying a bus and living in it. And it's also as basically a marketing tool. Hey, this is what my bus looks like. This is the problems and stuff that I've had with it. Is it something that you want to have as well? Thank you, Naj, for reminding. I always forget that stuff. I'm still very rusty with these live streams. I got to get significantly better, being consistent with them, making them entertaining, being able to talk for an hour. And it's funny too, because in person, and I'm sure Nate with Land Cloud Adventures can confirm this himself, when you get me, or even Kyle or Captain Jack, when you get me on a topic that I'm really passionate about, I can talk. So it's a matter of getting in the zone and running with it. But that's where I'm at right now, day 5. Yesterday, if anyone is interested, I did live stream the Bessemer fireworks. Bessemer is a town about 10 miles away from me, and honestly, it is probably the best place to celebrate the 4th of July on the western side of the UP and the northern side of Wisconsin even. They had a giant parade. I was in it. I was actually in 2 parades yesterday. So I'm going to be making a video showing you guys how I celebrated the 4th of July in the rural UP, small town style. But that's going to wait a little bit because I am really excited for Picture Rocks. Thank you, William. I always struggle with these things. Um, and maybe I'm a little too hard on myself, but quite frankly, honestly, between live streams and just my general videos, I want them to be a lot more entertaining for you guys. Let's go that route. So I don't think I've actually ever talked about this. My videos, I used to say I get sick of listening to my voice, and that's why every time I post a video, I haven't, well, now I have because I'm recreating some of them. But for the most part, all the videos I've posted on my channel, I've actually never watched them myself. Once they're posted, I've never rewatched them. And I've always said it's because I hate my voice, because when I'm editing it, I listen to every single second over and over and over again. And I think that's true to an extent. But when I dig deeper, I think it's because, quite honestly, I find most of my older videos boring. And if I find my content boring, I'm not going to expect anybody else to watch it. So that's something I'm really trying to crack down on with Project 60 over 30. I don't want to post 60 videos this month that are mediocre or garbage. I don't want to rush them. I genuinely want every single day to be a good video. With that, maybe you're not interested in the bus video. Or maybe you're not interested in the vlogs. Like tomorrow is going to be a true vlog. It is a style that I've been trying to go for since the beginning of this channel. And I'm really excited. I think I'm starting to hit it on the nail just a little bit. So there's that, followed by my historic and educational videos. So I think it depends on you. Do you like the historic and educational videos? Do you like the vlogs? Do you want to watch all of them? If you only like the vlogs, you don't have to watch the historic ones. You don't have to learn the educational ones. Stuff like that. So I'm trying to create a balance and also put out great content every single day, which now that I'm starting, tomorrow's the day for Pictured Rocks, I need to start on day 7 here. Like, I need to stay on top of this. I already sense that I'm starting to fall behind. So let's see what Linda's saying here. My parents took me to Pictured Rocks when I was a kid. We rode the tour boat. My dad had a new slide camera. He took so many pictures. Rocky, don't knock over the travel tree. Yeah, travel tree. It's a Christmas tree, but it's got all my traveling stuff on it. He'd set up the projector and screen, and when he came to Pictured Rocks, everyone would groan and it became a family joke. We were actually debating about whether Pictured Rocks is real or if it's just green screen. Because I don't know, those are some pretty good views. So what are your guys' thoughts? We were saying it's probably green screen. We were trying to find a break in the matrix a little bit, but I don't know, little conspiracy theory for you guys there. It really is beautiful up there though. Being a Youper, born and raised in the western side of the UP, I was actually talking to many friends, family, and coworkers up here. Lots of us, even though we have lived here our entire lives, have never gone to Pictured Rocks. And that's really funny and ironic because up here, Pictured Rocks is pretty much what is promoted the most. Like when we're trying to promote the UP to tourism, it's Pictured Rocks. The rest of the UP pretty much doesn't exist. It's Pictured Rocks, Pictured Rocks, Pictured Rocks. Yet many of us who are born and raised in this area never go out to see them, myself included. So finally getting to go out there and see them and actually take in the view. And it was just even more special getting to meet Kyle and Cody for the first time, getting to meet Captain Jack in person for the first time, and then having Nate, someone who I met all the way down in Arizona. I talked to Debbie about this in the comments of a short or a video. It was so bizarre to me because here is a guy that I met all the way across the country, and now he's pretty much in my backyard. Are you okay, Rocky? You gotta lay down, buddy. Lay down. And it's also a green screen. So that was it was just really bizarre the day that Nate passed through. Like he picked up my kayak, he left, and I honestly just kind of sat in the parking lot for probably 5 minutes thinking about it that I haven't seen him since we first met in Lake Havasu. And now here he is picking up my kayak. We're making videos for YouTube and we're discussing and planning a trip to Pictured Rocks. Just absolutely remarkable. And I actually want to go down this route a little further. Many people, I've been wanting to do a video or something on this, so let's go this way tonight. Many people talk about how social media and the internet can be very bad for you. And I think it can. For example, my phone, the first 2 days being out at the campground, I tried to check Facebook 10 times. I counted 10 times within 2 days, despite never having service. It was just instinct to me that when I'm bored, when I basically have downtime, I hop on Facebook and I scroll. And usually I do some kind of like beneficial stuff. I'll look at travel reels, stuff like that for inspiration and ideas. But at the same time, I don't like that when I'm bored and have downtime, my instant go to is to pick up my phone and go on Facebook. I never used to be that way at all. So, social media and the internet can be bad for you, yes. But it can also be very beneficial and a great resource and tool depending on how you use it. So with me, I I follow many other nomads and travelers. So when I go on my social media, I see a lot of stuff like that and it keeps me inspired, motivated and helps give me ideas. Furthermore, you get to meet people, which this was not the case with Nate, but you get to meet people all over the world even, and you can potentially stay in touch with them. It's not a hey, nice to meet you, and then I'll never meet this person again. Now there's some people, there's an old coworker from Arizona. I miss him a lot. He was a really cool guy. I'd love to hang out with him, go on a hike, do stuff with him. But he doesn't have social media. So when I left Arizona for my first year, we went our separate ways. Haven't heard from him since. I don't know how he's doing. But what kind of really got us on a good friend term was I drove all the way across the country and I was new to Arizona and I was just trying to work and like get by basically when I was out there. Meanwhile, he traveled all the way down from Seattle. His family disapproved of this, but he had a dream and he left his family behind, came all the way down to Arizona by himself, didn't know anyone there, and he was struggling to find an apartment and get the bills. And like I just have so much respect for that. And knowing that we were both in similar boats, we could bond over that. So there's days where I think I wonder where he's at. I wonder how he's doing. I hope he's doing great. Um, and some people like Nate, again, you have social media, you have YouTube in this case. I get to stay up to date. I get to know how he's doing. I get to know how Dallas and Pippa is doing. And to me, that is a very remarkable thing. Furthermore, you have subscribers and people that just genuinely care about you. So when we're not going live, or if we haven't posted in a while, you have people commenting or reaching out saying, "Hey, is everything all right?" That is absolutely mind blowing to me that there's going to be people you have never met in person that care about you and want to know you're okay. Absolutely remarkable. Got to keep an eye on the time here. So we got 30 minutes. Can someone please? I don't remember who Nate said. I was in the middle of trying to get this all loaded up. But can someone please, once we get closer to the top of the hour, actually get uh, a link for the next live stream tonight? Linda, are you going to M23, Kobe? I really, really wanted to. Honestly, that was the trip I was looking forward to the most all year, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. So, due to my job from August 1st to October 1st, I am not allowed to basically take any time off because, for example, this year we're going to have residents moving in. We're going to have new furniture coming in like a week before. I have three RAs coming in that I need to train. And then the school year starts. You're going to have little things here and there, just typical. Maybe a couple of roommates don't get along that I have to help with that problem. um, Potentially having to move people, or hey, someone's new, they've never lived on their own, they set off the fire alarm, I have to go make sure it's not an actual fire, shut it off. If it is a fire, teach everyone prior how to get out of the building, what we do during a fire drill. So there is a lot of stuff beginning of the year. Homesickness come middle of September, you're going to have like final exams, or not final exams, but your first exams. So it's normal and common for college students to start considering, hey, was this a good idea? Is this really what I want to do? Is this right for me? And I got to be here to help the students in that situation. And I am really going to miss you guys, and I'm going to miss M23. I really wish I could be there, but it does make me feel better in a way knowing that I won't be there, but it's for a good cause, that I am helping and impacting students. Kyle is saying that he enjoyed not having to answer or look at a phone for a couple days, and I absolutely agree with that. It was the first time I've actually gone that long without a phone. I mean, you saw, I was still filming stuff like that for YouTube, but it's the first time I went without social media or phone calls for a week in probably at least 3 to 4 years, where prior to me creating the YouTube channel and doing some Facebook groups and stuff like that, every single summer I used to go out for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and just go completely off the grid. I absolutely loved it. Hope Buzz, thank you for stopping in tonight. We're just trying to kill another half an hour here while we wait for the next live stream of the night. I'm just trying to make sure my puppy dog is okay because he was acting a little weird. Okay, he's sleeping on the couch. And I gave him too much attention. Hi. Hi. Linda is saying, I think I'm addicted to my phone. I am. I can say I am. Unfortunately, I hate it. I really do. I never used to be. I always was very aware of that. Did you just press your treats button? Okay, guys, time out here. He pressed his treats button. You guys get to see Rocky get a treat. Here we go. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, guys. Had to dig his treats out. You want a treat, Rocky? You gotta get on camera, though. Okay, come on, buddy. It's a good boy. He's actually been getting very intelligent, you guys, with his button. Sometimes I'll ask him if he wants a treat, and he will literally run to the button he needs to press, smack it, and then look at me. He knows what these buttons mean. Sometimes he gets a little too excited, and he will spam press every single button, but he'll press it and then listen, and he knows it's not the right one. So then he'll go and press another thing. Okay, come on. Up. Oh, yep, come on up. Good boy. Good boy. And he's guarding it. I can't really show you guys. Maybe I can. He took it to the other side of the couch. He always brings his food over there. I don't know if he thinks I'm going to take it back or what. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. I lose my phone so much during my day. Whenever it happens, I thank the universe. So, okay, going back to the phones. Now, I actually have a work phone and my personal phone, which my work phone is over on the couch, so hopefully nobody's tried to call me within the last half an hour or I'm going to get in trouble. Whatever. I should be good. I think I'd hear it if it rang. I think I'm good. If anything, someone would knock on my door or window too. But yeah, I have a work phone and a personal phone. So every day I have to carry around two phones. And it can be annoying, especially like if you're driving somewhere. You need your keys, you need the personal phone, the work phone, the wallet. Where do you put all of it? How do you have enough pockets for all of that? So it can be a little bit annoying, but the way I always look at it is at least then my personal phone is not out. My personal number, I try not to give that out unless it's like my boss has it, stuff like that. Because my personal cell phone, I practically never make phone calls. I practically never do text messages. So I don't want to change that by giving it out to hundreds of residents. Not that I have hundreds every year, but over a couple years, you're going to have 100 people that have your phone. And not saying that anyone would do it, but like prank calls, college students. I don't want to get a prank call at 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, basically on my personal cell, because that's the other side of it. My work phone has to be on at all times. So I have to always have it by me, always have it on. Doesn't matter if it's midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, I have to answer it because it could be an emergency. And that's just the job. That's what I signed up for. So I'm just entering some information here quick that I will pull up on the screen. And that way you guys can see how I'm doing and get an update here. I need to get in the habit of doing this more. And I definitely want to do it better during the next 30 days. So that is where I'm at, you guys, for subscribers and hours currently. So when we hit 750 subscribers, as I've mentioned before, I will have 4 tattoo designs picked out. So when I hit 750, we will probably do a live stream is what I'm thinking, and I will let you guys vote. Otherwise, I'll do some kind of community post, a poll, and let you guys vote on what design I should get as a tattoo. And then once we hit 1,000 subscribers, if we do it by the end of the year, that's my catch, you guys. If we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will get that tattoo and get outside of my comfort zone. Now, one reason I'm bringing this up again is because I'm actually excited about it right now. I saw a video today from Yes Theory again that was about getting outside of your comfort zone. And in this video, they actually trained with uh like a kung fu master basically. So what this was they were doing like the people that break their hand like break bricks and wood and stuff with their hands. That's who they were training with. So some of the training they had to do, there was 3 of them. Some of them were actually not members of Yes Theory. They won the trip. Everyone was saying it was the worst physical pain they had ever gone through, yet they were thankful for the experience. And they talked a lot about how in your head the pain is. That when you go through this pain, if you do it enough, suddenly you've gone through this pain so many times that it's not as painful as it was the first time. It's all in your head, pretty much, is more or less what they were saying to a degree. So I actually felt very inspired after watching this video to the point where I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get my tattoo. Like, I'm going to sit there through the pain, and you know what? It is going to hurt, but I'm going to show that and I'm going to capture it because that is the story. And doing the polar plunge, like, you know what? I'm going to do the polar plunge again because I can do it. It's in my head. I can train. I can get better and just physically handle it. Like, push my limits, not only creatively with this list or mentally, but also physically. I talk a lot about my mental health, or even just a book talking about depression, anxiety, stuff like that. But I want to get more into physical health as well on this channel because living the dream is more than just jumping out of planes, doing a Europe vacation. It's also about, it's about, you guys have heard me say it, it is about living your best life, which means taking care of your mental health, your physical health, going out on these adventures, getting outside of your comfort zone. So I'm super excited. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the past. All of these videos here, I used to do a video a week. The fact that I'm doing these in 30 days, That's actually 7 months worth of content that I'm creating and putting out in 30 days. 7 months worth. And I don't normally do a full size documentary. That is completely new to me. That is outside of my creative limits. It is pushing my creative boundaries. But even these live streams, I mean, come on, you guys. You saw how I was doing at the beginning of this. Now I'm kind of flowing a little bit better, but at the beginning of this live stream, I was a straight up mess. I had no idea what I was doing. And now we're only 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left until next live stream. Not too shabby. So it's stuff like that, pushing your limits and seeing what you're truly capable of. I want to see Linda has a comment here I've kind of been eyeballing. I'll be watching a TV program, and the next thing I know, that dang phone is in my hands. Yep. Nancy's saying, same here, no social media on the work phone and laptop. So, Linda, watching TV, I actually don't don't have TV. So I have a very small, like, actual TV. I think it's a monitor, like a computer monitor, honestly. I don't even think it's TV. I have not used it once since moving into this suite almost a year ago. The thing I do have is YouTube TV, and maybe 2 or 3 nights a week I'll sit down and I'll watch a 1 hour episode. That's my thing. That, or I really like movies. I want to get in the habit of Friday night being movie night. I want some cheap pizzas and I want a random movie. That's another thing. Expanding my horizons. So I was talking to a coworker today. Kyle says, have a few tattoos, none of them hurt, small bee sting. Good to know. So I'm excited for that now. Tomorrow morning I'm probably gonna change my answer on that, but you guys heard it here live. I'm excited right now. Mark it on the calendar. Linda's saying my TV is a really big monitor with a Roku. I used to have, I think, a 45, 50 inch, and I love that TV. I did. But I guess I've never really been big into TV. When I was in a dorm 3 years ago already. When I was in a dorm 3 years ago, I had a TV. My grandparents went out of their way to get me a TV that was in their, like, buried in their closet and stuff. I barely ended up using it. I think out of an entire semester, I used it maybe 5 times, 6 times, something along those lines. That's it. Just wasn't really big into it, but I do love my movies and I want to expand my horizons. I was talking to a coworker today. Yes Theory did a video, and Rocky, not right now. Give me 15 minutes. So they did a video and it was 7 days in Syria. Lay down, Rocky. Not right now. You can wait 15 minutes. You were just out there not that long ago. Anyway, he's staring at me like horribly right now. He was literally just OUT though, so there should be no need that he has to go out this very second. Um, I was talking to my coworker. Yes, Theory did a video. It was 7 days in Syria. Immediately, I was like, I have no interest in watching that because growing up throughout my entire life, all I've heard about is the war in Syria. So I'm like, I'm not going to be interested in that. Don't want to see it. Well, I ended up watching it. I downloaded it actually when we were out on vacation. Downloaded it when I had data. Came back to the tent when it was raining one day and I watched it. During the middle of the video, I ended up kind of kicking myself and straight up saying like shame on me for thinking that way. Because I ended up watching this video and they showed you the lifestyle in Syria right now. And they talked about the history and showed some of the very historic buildings and stuff like that. And it was just completely different from anything I've ever seen or heard. So I really was like, shame on you for just being like, no, it's Syria. I'm not interested. I don't want to know about it. And just turning a blind eye and not watching this video for months. Because in the end, I expanded my horizons and it was remarkable getting to see what their lives are like. And it taught me to, again, to be a little bit more grateful for the lifestyle I have here because just the stuff they deal with on a day-to-day basis is absolutely insane, and that's why I want to watch more movies in particular, because you could do documentaries and stuff like that. I want to watch movies that are not from the United States, even though they're not in English. I want to get movies that have English subtitles because you get to see how other cultures do their stuff, how they live, how they produce movies. For example, I think it is France. France, most of their movies, if anyone has watched Avengers Infinity War, how it kind of has like a sad ending, France, pretty much all of their movies end on a sad note. Here in the United States, most movies end on a happy note, like riding into the sunset or something. France is literally the complete opposite. That's just how their culture is. And I think that is so, just so cool. It's so cool to me, so remarkable. And it's just amazing to see how other people live in the world. You really, it's mind boggling. And it shows how drastically different um, the world can be, but at the same time, we're all the same. Linda is saying that she is a news junkie. Now, I used to watch the news so much. I stopped though. I don't even remember when I stopped. It's been years for me, and I this is where I try to post positive, like donating the $500. When I post videos like that, you guys have heard me talk about it. It's not to brag, but it's because of this. I stopped watching the news because I was sick of it being nothing but negativity. Every single day, turning the news on, all you're going to hear is negative stuff and how bad of a state the world is in and stuff like that, and I could not deal with that anymore. I could not watch the news anymore, and I basically quit cold turkey, and honestly I don't miss it anymore. The Titanic submarine that just disappeared, I think it took a couple days, and then I randomly heard about it and I was like, so what happened? And my stepmom and my dad were like, how have you not heard about it? It's been everywhere. And I'm like, I don't stay up with the news anymore. I don't. I like positive stuff. I actually followed a Facebook page yesterday, and she takes it, she does the news, but what she does is she basically does a short 60 seconds or less, and she posts a positive story every single day. That is what I love to see, and I would love to do something similar through this channel. Outside of that, too, obviously, I'm not making pretty much, I don't think I'm making any money on my YouTube channel currently, but I'm not making a lot. Definitely not making a lot. But I've always found it very inspiring some of the TikToks, Instagrams, YouTube channels, you'll see where somebody goes up and they surprise someone with $500 cash or $200 cash, stuff like that. Like, to me, that is the dream. Going up to, there's one person in particular I watch all the time where he'll go up to somebody and he'll have like a box of cereal or something and he'll say, "Hey, I forgot my wallet at home," or "I lost my wallet. I'm $1 short. Can you please buy this cereal for me?" And some people are just, "No, I'm not helping you. Screw you, blah, blah, blah." And then there's other people that, "Yeah, we got to take care of each other and this and that." And then the, he's like, "Well, why did you take care of me?" "Well, because we're all in this together and we need to take care of each other." Stuff like that is usually what they say. And he goes, "Well, actually, open up the cereal box. There's something in there for you." And then it's like $500 cash in the cereal box. Like, I love those stories because as someone who does YouTube and stuff like that, if I had the views, if I was making the money, I wouldn't be the guy that's buying the newest car or a giant house or anything like that. I would be taking it, and I've been saying this years before I even had a YouTube channel. If I won the lottery or anything like that where I ever got rich, I wouldn't last. I would not be last. I would not be rich. I've always said that. I would never be rich because what I would end up doing is I would give it away. And whether you call that a downfall or not, it is what it is. That is a fact. There is no doubt in my mind. And I do not care if I went out tonight and bought a winning lottery ticket for $50 million. I can tell you by the end of the year that money's probably going to be gone. Now, also, I would invest it. I would try to turn that $50 million into something that creates a cash flow that's always going to be coming in for the rest of my life. But I'm telling you, like, I told my family what I would do is I'd take care of my family first. This is my rules. If I ever won a giant jackpot on a lottery, say Powerball, whatever it may be, what I would do is every single household in my extended family would get $1 million, with the exception that once that $1 million runs out, you cannot come back to me asking for any more money because you will not get it. You have $1 million to invest and stuff like that. So that is what I've always said. And then I would donate it. I would donate it to charities. I would create a nonprofit. I was just watching a video the other day. Someone has 300 acres of land and they're taking care of animals that were going to get put down otherwise at dog pounds and stuff. And I sent it to my mom. I'm like, could you imagine if I owned even 50 acres of land down in Arizona? I would be doing the same thing just because I have the room to do it. That's just how I am. I would not be able to sit back knowing that I have the money and the power to help somebody and I didn't do it. I would never last as a rich person. I just wouldn't. The only way is if I actually invested it in a smart way that made it so it was constantly coming back in, because that money would be flying out left and right. I would create boundaries, like I said, with my family. You're not coming to ask me for more cash. You have $1 million to invest and do something with. You shouldn't need more than that. I think $1 million is an opportunity for anybody, but that's I'd give it all away. Powerball is up to $282 million. Maybe I'll maybe I'll go buy a ticket to prove the point. Go buy a ticket right now, and if I win it, We'll donate it all. The next live stream will be me giving out millions of dollars. It's just what I would do. Literally, I'd probably quit work. I'd quit work. I'd invest some of it into a business or something, a franchise, something where I know that it's going to last me. Like, for example, okay, I got a degree in applied business, you guys, so I know this. I know these numbers. Um, to purchase and start McDonald's, it costs 2 to 4 million. Now, McDonald's is not very healthy, but I'd say that if you invest $4 million in a McDonald's and you have a location and stuff, you're probably going to get your 4 million back plus a significant more amount for the rest of your lifetime. Okay, he's laying down. That's just, I'd invest it, something like that, and then I donate it all. There's nothing in my eyes better than the freedom of traveling the country freely, being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want, a nomad like I was, but also being able to randomly, hey, there's a homeless person. I'm going to go buy them a meal. I'm going to go buy them a cell phone, a tent, a new tuxedo so they could go and get a job interview. That's like who I am. I love those videos in particular because so many people don't know whether they should give money and stuff to homeless people. If I had the money, that's exactly what I'd be doing. I'd be like, okay, let's go get some nice looking job professional clothes. Let's go get you a cell phone. Let's get you a tent. Let's get you set up because that can literally change somebody's entire world. There's a quote I've heard since middle school that I absolutely love. One person may not be able to change the entire world, but they might be able to change the entire world for one person. And something like that. You go and you buy somebody a cell phone and you buy them professional looking business clothes and you help them get a job interview. The next thing you know, that homeless person might have a job and they might be getting off the streets and be able to afford an apartment. It can absolutely change their life around. I don't play, never have, but I'm not against it. I basically never play either. Usually the only time I buy lottery tickets is when it's hitting record breaking numbers, when it's close to like $1 billion for the Powerball. Then I'll go out and I'll buy $10, $20 worth, usually 10, but $20 worth if I'm feeling really adventurous. Meanwhile, on occasion, I'll drop $100 for a 50-50, but that supports a local cause. But yeah, I kick myself sometimes. But hey, can't win if you don't play, am I right? So we got no time left. Does anyone remember who Nate said was going live at 9 o'clock Central Time here? I was in the middle of trying to get the game uploaded, the live stream started. I completely missed who was going live. So if we could get that link, if we could get the name, definitely want to do that before I shut down the live stream here. You can't lose if you don't play. That's also true. You're not wrong. Let's see. I don't remember who he said was going live. Of course, it's not popping up on my YouTube either. Darn it. Trying to find it for you guys. Yeah, I can't find anybody. That's a live stream, but it's not anybody in our community. Gina, that's, yeah, yep, okay. Yeah, I don't think she's going live either. I'm not seeing anything. I killed an hour for nothing, you guys. But hey, we had a good hour. I had a good hour at least. I hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. I see we dropped from like 9 views down to 3. I get it. Appreciate everyone stopping in anyway to begin with. So it always means a lot seeing that people stop in and say hello, whether they stay and watch or not. Yeah, I don't think she's live. I'm not seeing anything on my end. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up then because I definitely wasn't planning this live, so I'm all over the place. Makes it hard to stay entertaining for everybody. Rocky has been pressing the OUT button, so um, he probably has to go one more time before uh, technically it's bedtime right now. I normally get up. I've been starting to get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I haven't ate dinner yet. So I have to cook dinner, and then I got to get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. Oh, and then do the YouTube for tomorrow. Pictured Rocks, you guys. Super exciting. I'll leave it on that note. Driving to Pictured Rocks, my first ever true vlog style video. I'm super excited. So have a great week, everyone. Have a good night. Stay safe. I'll see you all on the next adventure. And don't forget, life is short. So get out and explore. And don't waste it in your comfort zone. See you guys next time.